Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Hey bananas, we want your movie. Yeah. Drive your tune buggies everywhere, just going crazy without a care. Hey bananas, we think you're groovy. Hi everyone, Plastic EP here from Melbourne, Australia. Gives me great pleasure to introduce Laurie Jacobson. How are you today, Laurie?
I'm terrific. How are you?
That's great. You've actually got a fantastic book called TV Dinners. Let's talk about that.
Well, thanks. Yes. Well, I'm a Hollywood historian. I've been writing about Hollywood, for about 40 years now. And TV Dinners happened because I know a bunch of TV child stars. I happen to be married to one, so that helped me a lot in that arena.
Tell everybody who you're married to. Let's say it.
I am married to John Provost, who played Timmy on Lassie.
And that was a very big show in Australia. Let me tell you, that was huge here. I know.
Now,
I grew up with the show.
I heard that. Now, was it bigger than, is it Skippy?
No, I would say Lassie's as big as Skippy. No doubt about that. I used to watch it with the show called National Velvet. I don't know if you remember that one.
Oh, sure I do.
And I grew up with Batman and the Monkeys. Now, your husband, I don't want to say too much, but he's been on all the famous teen magazines in his time. So we won't talk about that because today you are the star, Laurie. Can you hold up the book to show everybody?
Sure. There we go.
That's a great book.
So I've got 40 former kid stars, and they are dishing up their favorite recipes with a big side of memories. They talk all about what it was like to be a working child actor in LA in the 50s, the 60s, and on into the 70s. So I've sort of got everyone from the Mouseketeers to the Brady Bunch.
I've got it because I've done my research. Do you mind if I just call out some names and you just go straight for it and tell us what they say?
Absolutely.
Right, let's start with Billy Mummy from Lost in Space. Tell us about that.
One of my faves. I love Bill Mummy. And, wait 1 second here, John. Just come say hello.
Can you say hello? Say hello to everybody in Australia. We love you. John, I want to say something. It's Plastic EP here. Now, I lived in the 60s. I've got to tell you how big Lassie was. It's as big as Skippy out here. And I'm a baby boomer. And I've got to say, we love you. I used to read the teen magazines, believe it or not, way here in Australia. And I want you to know that Australia loves you. And I mean that, John.
Well, thank you very much. And I love your shirt.
Thank you. It's nothing special, but I'm an Australian that's become Americanized. And I got to say, just tell me a quick story about doing Lassie. Just a quick one if you can.
A quick one was that people always ask me, did Lassie ever bite me? Nope. 7 years, never got bit by Lassie. But I got to go walk my dog right now.
We salute you, John, all right? We love you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks
Peace.
so much.
Bye.
That's great. Thank you so much for that, Laurie.
Oh, sure. We just caught him. That was perfect.
Perfect. Now, you're the star, so let's get straight into Bill Mummy.
Bill Mummy was one of the first to contribute something to TV Dinners. I asked each celebrity to give me their favorite recipe as a kid and their favorite recipe as an adult. So Bill had what he called the super duper Mummy sandwich, which was a pretty wild and I'm not sure how appetizing concoction that he used to make with his dad. And then a soup that he loves to make on his own as an adult. I have, over 150 photos in the book. The thing I love about this generation of kid stars is they were friends then, and 60 years later, they are still friends. So there are pictures of them at each other's birthday parties when they were 10 years old, and pictures of them together today celebrating. You know, they're in a very special club, Plastic. Only they know what it was like to be a working kid. Only they know what they gained from it and what they missed out on. And it is a bond that ties them together forever.
Fantastic. Anyway, let's get into the meals because we got to keep turning over these great kids' stories.
Sure.
So what did Bill like? What was Bill like as a kid and as an adult?
As a kid, he liked this thing that he calls the super duper Moomy sandwich. And it was a big sandwich piled high, lots of bread, lots of meat, lots of condiments, and something you could barely get your mouth around. And as an adult, he makes a great vegetable soup with everything but the kitchen sink in it. So
that's fantastic, Laurie. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run to the Brady Bunch. I'm just going to call them out. Who's from the Brady Bunch? What do they eat?
I've got Barry Williams, and Barry and his wife love to cook. Well, let me say Barry's the cook and the wife does the cleanup, and that's kind of how it works in my house as well. And they experimented for over a month on a Mediterranean chicken dish and I'm looking for the recipe now so I can see what he calls it. Here we go. And it's quite delicious. Barry and Tina's Mediterranean chicken is what they call it. And as a child, he like flipped out over grilled cheese sandwiches. He kept begging his mother to make them for him, and so finally she taught him how to make it himself. It's got a couple of extra ingredients in it, and I think that's where his cooking began.
Let's go.
Oh,
for Eddie Munster.
Butch's Chapter was so much fun. You know, when these kids were on television, well, the reason I called the book TV Dinners is because they were the first generation of kids on television, and television was brand new here in the States, and it became so popular that they actually invented a meal that you could eat while you were watching TV, which was called TV Dinners.
Yeah.
Now, isn't that amazing?
It's amazing. Butch Patrick is such a great person. I've interviewed him. I love the guy. He is an icon of the Munsters, the Munster era. That's amazing too.
He's awesome. Now, in his house, growing up, they were not allowed to watch television while they were having dinner, except on Tuesday night, because they discovered a primetime cartoon show that the whole family loved called The Flintstones.
Yep, Yabba Dabba Doo.
Yabba Dabba Doo, exactly. And so on Tuesday nights, they were allowed to set up their TV trays, and Mom made tacos, and Dad had just gotten a brand new Cadillac, and it barely fit in their small garage. So Butch said he knew it was time for the Flintstones when he heard the bumper of his dad's car hit the wall. Taco Tuesday, Yabba Dabba Doo. Yeah, right. Butch's Chapter is a ton of fun.
Who else have we got from the 60s that's on a big TV show?
You know, in Plastic, I'll just throw in, there's some really great, interesting facts, like Eddie Munster was almost played by Bill Mumy. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. I knew they were friends and they played in different shows, and that Billy made an appearance on the Munsters, but I didn't know he was going to get his role. I didn't know that.
They offered the part to Billy first, and Billy's mom did not want Billy in a costume.
Unbelievable. I didn't know that. That's a first. That's a first.
So he passed on the part and it went to Butch. But as you said, he did make an appearance on the show. So, yeah, the book is full of fun facts like that.
Yeah, you've just broken a story that here in Australia and the world no one knows about. So let's keep these interesting things happening. Who else have we got from a big 60s TV show? Some female?
Patty Duke.
Yeah, please. Patty Duke was huge here in Australia. Kissing, they used to have the cousins.
That's right.
Identical cousins.
But they're cousins.
That was a group. I love that show.
Yes, she was brilliant, just absolutely brilliant, and had a lot of turmoil in her private life, and still the ultimate professional, and for me, the ultimate teenager on TV. I loved her. And I got a recipe. Of course, we lost Patty a few years ago. She and Annette Funicello are the only two people in my book who have passed on. And from Patty's family, I got a wonderful recipe that she loved to make for apple pie. Can't get more American than apple pie.
Sweet apple pie. And what did she like when she grew up?
Oh, she was a doll. She talked about her difficulties and really came clean. I sometimes book in the pre-COVID days, I book celebrities at autograph shows, and I booked Davy Jones at an autograph show.
I'm one of the biggest Monkees fans.
God, I loved him. He and John were very good friends growing up. And I sent Davey to an autograph show, and he said, he called me from there. Oh my God, Patty Duke is here. I'm freaking out. So he couldn't have had more fun meeting her. She was really an icon to the icons.
Unbelievable. Now, we said about Annette Funicello. What did she like to eat? Pasta or pizza?
Well, because she's so Italian. Let me see what I have.
See if I guess it right.
She made steak in a paper bag. She had a very interesting recipe, which I have not yet tried, for steak in a paper bag. And I'm looking to see the other one that she gave me, and I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. Annette, where are you?
Annette Funicello, we love you.
Oh, there she is, page 53. Yes, and I'm told that she was as beautiful on the inside as she was on the outside. And man, that's saying something, because she was one gorgeous woman. And, she was the spokesperson for a brand of peanut butter here in the States. Actually, it was called Skippy.
Seriously, the Skippy brand. The Skippy, the bush kangaroo, seriously.
And so she had a recipe for peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies, and for the main course, steak in a bag.
Unbelievable.
Whoever guessed.
That's a guess. That's a guess in a bag. Now, give me another child actor that was big again in the 60s, if you can.
I'm trying to think of people who cross over to Australia. Dennis the Menace.
Oh yeah, that was a huge show. Yeah, huge.
Yes.
Mr. Wilson.
Mr. Wilson. Jay is wonderful. Let's see. I have a recent photo of him that he just
Jay Ward.
us. I'm in the dark here, moving to a recent picture that Jay just sent me. Let's see.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Oh, look at that. How great is that?
There he is with one of his grandkids.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Grandpa
Say hello to you, Jay.
Jay's awesome. He lives in Florida. He was a prison guard for many years, believe that or not. And he is happily married now in Florida. And of course, he sent 2 recipes. Now, his favorite as a kid, he was in school with John, and they like to skip out of school and go to this hot dog stand. It's been in business 75 years in LA. It's quite a landmark there. It's called Pink's.
Okay, I've got to say, I love your husband's collectibles there, the Beatles in the background there, the hangers. He's obviously collected a lot of stuff from the 60s, yeah?
Hey, plastic, that's my stuff.
Is that your stuff? Let's go through your stuff.
Oh, yeah.
What do you got? Let's go. I love them.
I'm a big Beatle fan.
That's
we
it.
do have interesting Lassie artifacts.
Yep. There's Lassie.
And Lassie's not here.
That dog on the shelf.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to show it to you. Am I? Oh, yeah. There's, let's see.
That's great.
There's Timmy.
That's fantastic.
And, we have all kinds of crazy Lassie stuff. That's for
fantastic.
Sure.
Let's have a look at the wall of fame. Let's see what you got.
Let's see.
Let's go through John's stuff.
I'm not sure what's showing.
There it is. There's Lassie there. Oh, fantastic.
Lassie's Great Adventure.
Fantastic. I see the Beatle bobblehead there too.
The bobblehead.
The head moves at the top there where the Lassie poster was. There's a Beatle thing.
Oh, yeah, that's a baseball player.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think. And let's see, I'll walk you to our wall of fame.
Yeah, let's have a look at the walk of fame. I'm loving this show.
Let's see.
Look at that.
This is one of my favorites is this, there. This great picture of Bob Hope and John.
Oh, fantastic. He signed it. Did John sign it or Bob signed it?
Bob signed it.
Of course Bob signed it. I'm only joking.
Now, if you can see, John was on the same movie lot as Bob Hope, and Bob called him over for a picture moment, and he said, "Hey kid, make me laugh." Not too much pressure. Well, John was wearing false teeth. He had lost his front teeth. So, they had made a partial for him, and he dropped his teeth. And Hope said, "Get a camera. This is great." So they captured the moment there.
Fantastic. Let's have a look at those ones there. Shirley Temple.
Yes. Shirley lived up here. Where is she? There.
There she is. She's beautiful.
Yes, she lived near here. Tommy Rettig was on the show before John.
Yep.
And he signed that to John at the time.
Fantastic.
Oh, we've got quite a wall. I'll just, let's see. We've got Mark Hamill from Star Wars. And
yeah, Luke Skywalker coming in.
He told us that he was in front of Grauman's Chinese Theater one day, and when he was a kid, and someone mistook him for John and asked for his autograph, and he said, "I signed your name beautifully." So he signed this photo for us and told us that story. We've got Peter Fonda. Oh, we've got Lassie plate.
Beautiful. It's in the pop culture. It's in TV history. That's great. Who's singing there? Dean Martin.
Dean Martin. I got
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
That one's mine. Although John was very good friends with 2 of his sons.
Of course.
Dino.
Now we've got my 3 sons there. My 3 sons next to you. Since you're talking about sons. That's Chip. And what's the name of the other one?
Ernie.
That's it. I couldn't remember. Thank you, Laurie.
Woo.
It's all right. You come back. It's okay.
they are both in the book with recipes.
Right.
And and let's see, there's Jay and Jeannie Russell. They're both in the book. Paul Peterson is in the book.
Yeah, he's great. He was in the Donna Reed show.
Yes.
Show me the monkeys. Was that the monkeys?
That's just Davy.
Oh, let's see Davy.
Am I in front of him?
I got to see his head. There he is. What's it say?
Laurie and John, peace and love.
Oh, so great.
Peace and love, David.
You're a celebrity. John's so lucky he's got you as a wife. You're just like, you just know exactly what you're doing. I'm just so impressed.
Oh, you're a doll. Well, thanks. Well, you know. Let's see. Mr. Mooney.
There you go. That's fantastic there. Will Robertson and Dr. Smith.
A recent picture of John and June.
Oh, great. I love that.
You know, now he and Bill shared June as a mom, right? So she went from Lassie to Lost in Space. She's 95 years old and she's doing great. We talk to her frequently.
Fantastic.
It's super. It's, you know, as I said, it's a family. You know, these days you get a job in television or film, you do the job, you move on, it's over and done with. But all of these kids, they have stayed in touch with their co-stars. Their parents on the show are still parental figures in their lives today. June was the first person to RSVP to our wedding. Couldn't have been happier for us. So it's, you know, I grew up watching all these people on TV, and to be able to call them my friends and find out that they're down-to-earth, wonderful people. And they really enjoyed walking down memory lane in this book. And giving pictures and talking about it. You mentioned Paul Peterson. He has this wonderful organization called A Minor Consideration. He noticed that kid stars were having difficulties when the phone stopped ringing. And a lot of them got in trouble. There was very bad press for some people. And Paul started a fantastic organization called A Minor Consideration, which has been a tremendous help to people. And a portion of my profits goes to that organization. And when I told the kids that, they couldn't wait to contribute to the book.
Fantastic. Now, I've got to tell you, everybody's got to know out there in the world where they can buy your book. Please give me all the links where they can go and buy that fantastic book, TV Dinners, because you've made me hungry already. So let's have the links.
You're a doll. TV Dinners book.com, Amazon.com. You can write to me on Facebook or LaurieJacobson.com and get a signed copy. John will sign it for you too, the two of us. And I've got a couple of copies out there in Australia already. So let's make it some more.
Let's make it some more. Let's buy that book, TV Dinners, because it's something great. I just want to thank you so much for coming on the show today. I've had a buzz. It's been just a fantastic interview, and you've got to know everybody out here loves John. Now they know you, they love you as well, and you got one of the greatest books and giving us that personal tour. I can't thank you enough, Laurie. My heart goes out to you. I'm so happy you've made so many people happy today. Oh. Believe me.
Thank you, Plastic. We have more rooms. Let's do more talking soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, doll.
Bye.